Hello everyone, thanks for coming to the video. Just a short one today. So I've just had something delivered courtesy of Skeggy Pond Supplies. Literally it's been delivered in 2 days, so thank you. If you don't know who Skeggy Pond Supplies is, he's a renowned YouTuber on the YouTube koi community. He has some interesting videos. Go and check his YouTube channel out, and I'll put a link in the description box if you want to have a look at his store and see what things he supplies. So basically, cut to the chase here, I was looking to replace one of my pumps that I have mounted externally. They're more really geared to internal use. They're cheap, basically, 50 quid. The one I've just bought is £160, basically over 3 times the price. But it's a variable pump. So without further ado, let's have a look in the box just to show you what's been delivered. And a big thank you to Skeggy, who reached out to me and obviously suggested this might be a good fit. And we'll get that installed at some point, but I just wanted to do like an unboxing video so you guys can see what's been delivered. I think it's always useful, so you know, if you've got something delivered from a retailer and it's been delivered, to see what's come, so you know that retailer can be trusted, obviously. And you know, full disclosure, he obviously has given me full tracking information. You know, I paid more or less fairly reasonably soon, and he gave me pretty much a 48-hour delivery turnaround time from the manufacturer, which is absolutely fantastic. Considering issue I had with the balding reefer, this has been a breeze, no hassle at all, normal transaction. And a big thank you to Skeggy. And if you do want to, if any sort of pond supplies stuff, just go and contact Skeggy. I will put all the links and information on how to do so in the description box. Just look in the description box below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, that would be nice. So without further ado, let's have a look what's in the box. So here's the box, guys, so let's just open this up. So there we go, we have the Evolution Aqua Varipump 10,000 litres per hour with the control box. So let me just open it up. So this, you're seeing it as I see it. This has come directly from Aqua Evolution. Obviously Skeggy's ordered it directly and got it delivered directly to my house. So that's an instruction manual on the high performance controllable pond pump. So let's see what's in the package. So in the package we've got our cable. I must admit, this thickness of this cabling for the pump is extremely thick, really nice. I say it's about 3 centimeters in thickness. It's always a good sign when the cabling is really thick. So that's just the cabling. Let's have a look at the control unit, see how that comes. It's quite larger than I expected. Ooh, it's quite big, really. Thought it'd be a lot smaller than that. Have to figure out a way of mounting that, I guess. So obviously it gives us the facility to vary the flow, and obviously that varies the wattage that's been used. You might be wondering, because I did show a video where I went to a retailer, and I went to have a look at a Blagden one that was similar to this but a smaller control unit. Obviously that had like some surge protection on the Blagden one, but this one, I think the reason I went for this is because it was more litres litrage per hour. I think the other one was maxed out at 5,500 litres per hour at 100% at 35 watts. I think this is a similar sort of wattage, around 35 watts. I could be wrong on that because I haven't looked into it. However, obviously it can go up to 10,000 litres per hour. Now my 25 watt UVs, I think they only allow 7,500 litres per hour to go through the 25 watt version I've got. Obviously I think it's more on the bigger ones. However, I don't plan to exceed that anyway. I'm thinking that I want to lessen the water going through the wetland filter instead, because if you lower the amount of water going through your wetland filter, it actually filters it better because it's got less waterage going through it. Because the idea of a wetland filter is it filters through the wetland filter slowly rather than gets blasted through. You don't want to blast water through a wetland filter. Anyway, so that's the control unit. It feels well made, quite sturdy and quite bulky as well. So that's the control unit. Let's see what else we get. Obviously we've got the pump here. So have a look at what the pump comes with. It's like some sort of base plate with rubber bits at the end. So obviously it sits on that, I guess. This is the filter, and it has a cage that goes over the top, so obviously you can wet mount that in your pond, and obviously the cage is what obviously stops a lot of the big stuff getting into the actual pump. In terms of, it is quite weighty, I will say. Certainly more weighty than those Jabo ones I've got. It feels quite sturdy. So obviously we can just take that off. So obviously it's got some threads on there, so I can thread what I need to. So what else have we got? We've got some washers. Looks like some O-ring washers and a flat washer. So that's what's in there. So comes with some attachments. There's a hosetail there, obviously some threads, and that'll screw in, and obviously another attachment there to solid weld, I believe, but I might be able to attach my flexible PVC pipe on top of that anyway, and obviously some end attachments that screw on. So if we pop that on there like so, obviously that'll screw on. So hopefully we shouldn't have any problems figuring out a way of adapting this to attach. Again, another solid one on there like so. So I suppose if we get this, we can screw the solid attachments on there like so. Well, that's nicely tight on there, and that should screw onto that like so. So we've got solvent weld as well as hosetail compatibility. I'll have to have a look at my connections on my Jabo pump and see how we're going to do this. Not sure until I have a look outside. So those are the fittings it really comes with. So obviously you've got your two solid weld attachments, and you get a hosetail as well. Typically I think it's like 15mm, 32mm, 40mm, something like that. I'm not sure until I look at the instructions, obviously. So that's essentially the pump. It seems a bit shorter than my other one, but more denser. But that should be alright for outside. One thing I've not mentioned is it comes with this 2-pin plug. We're going to have to cut that off and put a standard UK plug on. It's unusual though for a pump to come with any sort of plug. because the law, as far as I'm aware, says they have to be bare and not have a plug on the end of them. So obviously, in order for me to get this to work, I'll have to adapt and basically cut it off and rewire it onto a UK plug. But apart from that, it's not a big deal, but I thought I'd just mention it. Hopefully that shows the impeller. It's very different in terms of how it looks compared to the other ones I've seen in the past. It looks almost inverted, because obviously you can see the black piece of plastic there, and there, instead of having one in the centre that spins round. So it's very interesting in terms of how AE have designed it, but it looks alright to me. Plastics seems to be made out of ABS plastics, and obviously this is rated at 10,000 litres per hour. So it does seem quite sturdy. I think you just like attach it onto this base plate on there. So to slot the base plate on, all you do is slide it on like that, and then it's got something nice to sit on, nice and sturdy. It looks okay. So a big thank you to Skeggy Pond Supplies for arranging this to be delivered, and hopefully that will keep my retro bottom drain nice and clean for the foreseeable future. And I believe there is like a 2-year warranty with these as well. So that's everything that comes with it. So just to clarify what comes with it. So we get a cage that you can use for inside the pond. You get 2 solid pipe weld attachments. You get a bag with 3 washers, 2 O-rings and 1 flat washer. If I've not already mentioned it, it comes with a Hosetail, which should fit 3 types of sizes of flexible pipe. And obviously you have your instruction manual telling you on how to fit it all together. So obviously, let's just see what this says. So we got the inlet and outlet connectors for the 10,000 variable pump, which we have here. So inlet and outlet connectors to 40mm pipe. Hosetail for inlet and outlet. We have one times washer for hosetail, 2 times O-rings for connectors, and obviously you have a control box and obviously the pump with the cage. So that's essentially what comes in the box. I just want you to go through and do an unboxing video so you guys can see what's included, and hopefully this will do a good job of keeping my pond nice and tight, nice and clean, and I will be able to adjust the flow on the wetland filter. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this little unboxing was informative. If you would like to see how I built my wetland filter, please go to the link in the description box in the bottom part of the description on how I built it. If you want to see a video on how I went about constructing it, because variable pumps are really good for wetland filters, because that allows you to lower the water volume going through, and that allows the bacteria more time to digest and deal with ammonia and nitrites. So it's always a good idea to have the ability to lower the flow. So you may be thinking, why didn't you just stay with the existing setup you've got? Well, I found that these pumps, these J-Bow pumps, while they do a good job, they do have a habit of leaking a little bit of water, and I just wanted something that wouldn't leak. So that's why I went for these. In terms of price, it's 3 times the price, which is quite substantial when you think about it. But these ones from Evolution Aqua will obviously last a lot longer and hopefully do a good job. But you know, just thank you for watching. Hopefully it was a bit informative looking to see what's in the box. And I will be uploading a video shortly of me basically sorting out and fixing the small pond, because we're going to get that cleaned out, refix the actual fish cave that I built, and just make it a lot cleaner and better. And I'm going to probably put a small little waterfall on than there was before, just a lot smaller. I'm downsizing the whole thing, getting rid of the massive waterfall that was there because it kept leaking, and just going to make it more manageable by making it smaller. So hopefully this video was a bit informative on what I'm doing there. So just keep an eye out for that video, because that should be coming out in a week or so. So thanks for watching, and again, big thank you to Skegness Pond Supplies for sending me this, and I'll see you in the next one. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, would really appreciate that, because it gives me an incentive to keep making videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.